Stop for a second. Look around you. AI is writing, designing, coding, even thinking faster than most people. It's everywhere, in your phone, your job, your home, your future. And if you're like most people, you might feel that quiet fear. What happens to me? I'm Tony Robbins, and today I want to tell you something that will change how you see this entire revolution. AI is not here to replace you. It's here to reveal what only you can do. This isn't the age of machines, it's the age of meaning. The question is not whether you'll survive this change, but how you'll rise through it. People have been told that fear is weakness, that uncertainty means you're not ready. But that's wrong. Fear is proof you're alive, awake, and paying attention. When everything changes, your job, your world, your identity, fear is the mind's way of saying, this matters. The people who pretend they're not afraid are lying to themselves. They're ignoring the signal that something important is happening. You don't overcome fear by denying it. You master it by understanding it. Look around. Every revolution, every major breakthrough in history began with someone staring into the unknown and saying, I'll go first. Fear didn't stop them. It shaped them. It forced them to adapt. It pushed them to reach deeper into themselves and find something stronger than comfort. That's the truth no one tells you. The rise of AI isn't about machines replacing us. It's about reminding us what only we can do. We feel, we imagine, we dream. AI doesn't care about meaning, just follows commands. But humans, we find purpose in the chaos. You don't fight technology by rejecting it. You rise above it by becoming more human than ever before. The real danger isn't that AI will take your job. The real danger is that you'll stop believing your mind. Your heart, your voice matter. And that's exactly what you can't let happen. The people who will win in this new world are the ones who understand fear as a teacher, not a trap. The ones who use it as momentum. Fear isn't your enemy, it's your compass. It tells you you're standing at the edge of growth. So, when you feel it, don't run. Don't hide. Lean in. Because every moment you let fear pass through you without breaking you, you become untouchable. Now look at what machines can't do. And it's a lot. They can calculate, simulate, imitate, but they cannot create meaning. They can write a sentence, but they don't know why it matters. They can process emotions, but they can't feel them. The world will soon be full of perfect efficiency and zero soul. That's where you come in. The real advantage isn't speed, it's sincerity. It's the ability to connect, to move someone, to make them believe. That's not code, that's consciousness. The people who thrive in the age of AI won't be the ones who memorize systems. They'll be the ones who master themselves. You have something no machine will ever have. Intuition. The ability to sense what's missing. To see the bigger picture. To care. That's what gives you power. That's what keeps you valuable. We've reached a moment in history where authenticity is revolutionary. Think about that. Being real, being honest, being you is now the competitive edge. So if you want to stay ahead, stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to sound robotic. Start being human. Be flawed. Be passionate. Be curious. That's what breaks through the noise. That's what can't be automated. In a world obsessed with algorithms, the most radical thing you can do is show up with a heartbeat. Because when the world forgets what real feels like, people like you remind them. There's a lie we've been sold. That comfort equals success. That safety is the goal. That if you can just find stability, you've made it. But the truth is, comfort is the silent killer of progress. Every time you choose comfort, you trade a piece of your potential for a moment of ease. And here's the irony in a world driven by AI, by constant change, by disruption. Comfort doesn't exist. It's an illusion. You can't cling to the old way of doing things and expect to thrive in a new reality. Growth doesn't happen when things are easy. It happens when you're stretched, when you're forced to learn, to evolve, to rebuild. Look at nature. Storms create stronger trees. Pressure turns coal into diamonds. Chaos is not your enemy. It's the forge that shapes you. But most people run from discomfort as if it's danger. They seek shortcuts, hacks, automation, all designed to avoid effort. And what happens? They get weaker. They lose the very muscles they need to survive. Here's what no one says out loud. Every major shift in human history has favored the bold, not the brilliant, not the lucky, the bold, the ones willing to walk into the storm and find out who they are when everything is uncertain. If you want to stay relevant in this age, you can't cling to what's safe. You've got to develop adaptability as a habit. That means learning new skills, questioning old beliefs, taking risks even when you don't have the guarantee. Because let's be honest, the guarantee is gone. The world doesn't promise you stability anymore. It promises you change. And your ability to adapt is your new currency. You either evolve or you vanish. So stop fearing the unknown. The unknown is the only place left where growth lives. The comfort zone may feel good, but it's also where your future goes to die. Now let's talk about ownership, because here's a secret few people want to face. No one's coming to save you. Not your employer, not your government, not your technology. You are the solution. You are the resource. You are the strategy. The moment you realize that everything you want begins with personal responsibility, your entire life changes. Ownership is power. When you own your choices, you control your destiny. But when you blame, when you outsource accountability, you hand your life over to the system. And guess what? The system doesn't care. The algorithm doesn't care. The only one who does is you. This isn't just about working harder. It's about thinking smarter. It's about asking, what can I do right now with what I have? Every challenge you face is a test of ownership. Will you act or will you wait? The people who win in this era won't be the most talented. They'll be the most responsible, because responsibility creates momentum. It creates trust. It creates results. And when you take ownership, you become unstoppable. You stop reacting to life and start directing it. That's the difference between victims and victors. Not resources, not luck, not background, responsibility. Once you take it, you can't be controlled. You stop blaming the chaos and start using it. And that's the moment everything changes. We live in an age where people have more information than ever, but less wisdom. Everyone's consuming, scrolling, reacting, yet very few are thinking. That's not progress, that's programming. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you don't control your focus, someone else will. Every app, every headline, every notification is designed to hijack your attention. The more distracted you are, the easier you are to control. Focus isn't just a productivity skill anymore. It's survival. It's your ability to tune out the noise, to protect your mental energy, to decide what matters and what doesn't. Because in the AI era, distraction is the real virus. And what's at stake isn't just your time. It's your identity. If you spend your days reacting, you lose your sense of direction. You start mistaking activity for progress. You start living according to algorithms instead of values. The people who will rise above this digital fog aren't the ones who know the most. They're the ones who can concentrate the most. Focus is the new wealth. It determines where your energy flows, and where your energy flows, results follow. Want to thrive in the chaos. Protect your attention like your life depends on it, because it does. Choose your input, filter your environment, and remember, you become what you repeat. Every scroll shapes your soul. Every distraction steals a fragment of your future. And when you finally realize your attention is the most valuable currency in the world, you'll stop wasting it on nonsense and start investing it in purpose. Now let's talk about creativity, because that's the next frontier. Machines can analyze patterns, but they can't dream. They can copy, but they can't imagine. The future belongs to those who can create what doesn't exist yet. But creativity doesn't come from logic. It comes from curiosity. It's the ability to ask questions no one else is asking, to connect dots no one else sees. That's why creative thinkers are dangerous. They don't wait for instructions. They invent the rules. And that's exactly what this world needs right now. People who can think beyond the template. Here's the irony. As AI becomes more powerful, creativity becomes more valuable. Because creativity is the last thing that can't be replicated. It's messy, unpredictable, human. And that's what makes it powerful. Don't confuse creativity with talent. It's not about being artistic. It's about being original. It's about finding a better way when the old one stops working. It's about daring to disrupt yourself before the world does it for you. So ask yourself, when was the last time you created something? A solution, a vision, a plan that didn't exist before. That's your advantage. Machines may outwork you, but they'll never outthink you unless you stop thinking for yourself. Creativity isn't a luxury anymore. It's a necessity, because when the predictable becomes automated, Only the imaginative will survive. We've built a world obsessed with noise. Constant talking, endless opinions, non-stop commentary. But the truth is, growth doesn't happen in the noise, it happens in the silence. Reflection has become a lost art. People are so busy chasing what's next that they never stop to ask why. They scroll, they react, they consume, but they rarely think. And that's exactly why reflection is now a superpower. When you pause, when you look inward, you reclaim perspective, you start seeing patterns, not just in the world, but in yourself. And once you understand your own patterns, you stop repeating your mistakes. In the chaos of modern life, reflection isn't weakness, it's clarity. It's the ability to step outside your